America prepares. All America alters its pattern of life and work to meet the demand for protection. Industry is a double step to supply the sinews of safety, the armaments of war that an embattled world must have if democracy is to survive. Mechanical genius joins with the muscle of millions of men, working to win for the ways of freedom. Freedom to think, to speak, to rise, live, and plan with one's fellow man. America's vast resources are harnessed to the job of being the world arsenal for this and other democracies. Its present-day production of armaments is but a mere fraction of the great job that lies ahead. The flow of production in plant and shipyard gains speed. Vessels of all types, carriers, merchantmen, submarines, slip off the ways in growing numbers.
Welcome back to Blades and Blasters. We are sitting down once again to play Delta Green, Oversight Operation Theater Critic. Now, last time y'all went to Sweden, and in the course of that investigation, you determined that the Musiker, codename Musiker, by his name Rafael Gerver, was present and active in Sweden, helping to create some conflicts in policy between the Swedish parliament as well as global pressure due to Nazi Germany at this point in time beginning to lose the war. During the course of your investigation, when you made landfall, you discovered that the city itself had been producing music through the use of their PA system that is spread throughout the city. And you also were sent there to investigate and help protect the current foreign dignitary that Great Britain had assigned to Sweden. His two predecessors had gone missing, and no one could find their location. Throughout the course of the day, just the day in Sweden itself, you begin to feel the clawings at your mind as the music sounded strangely reminiscent of Gerver's other works that you've encountered in the wild. And when it came time for a night at the orchestra with Lachlan West, the dignitary, the ambassador, that's the word I was looking for, the ambassador to Sweden, you discovered that Gerver had other plans, but through some creative uses of stealth and misdirection, you were able to sneak backstage and set him on fire. You did encounter a strange bone white violin with the inscription E. Zahn etched into the side. And on your boat trip back to Britain, the doctor tossed it overboard. But we fast forward in time at this point. It is now roughly winter of 1944. Things have calmed down for you all in your personal lives a little bit. You have that breathing space and some time to just kind of just cool your heels a little bit in between missions. The last one really sent a lot of you up a tree, as it were. And as you are all once again inquired upon to return to Pisces, the Pisces office for theater critic, the strange thing for you all is that both Howard and Irving, you haven't seen the doctor, and most of you stayed stationary in Britain this time, just kind of relaxing, being assigned to therapy, taking up some survival skills and things like that. But none of you have run into the doctor. And as you come into the base proper, you are greeted with a new face. So, Stuart, would you care to describe yourself, please?
Stuart is a big man. Maybe looks unassuming, but overall is probably 186 meters. So what is that? 6 foot something? 6'3", 6'4". Like he's a tall, very broad-looking guy, somewhere in his 30s. Has a shaven, gruff broad rectangular face. The nose looks like it's been broken once or twice with a nasty scar across it. He stands pretty tall, straight. His eyes are a bit like you'd expect the eyes of a wolverine. Like he doesn't have the flitting eyes that the doctor have, looking left and right and taking everything in. Like he sort of gazes or really studies the things that he looks at, and has a really calming demeanor about him. But you'll note that he isn't just square built like an armoire, right? Like, but that's probably a lot of it is muscle. So he's probably military for some of you who like for Irvine, for example, you could probably tell by the way he carries himself that he might be might have a military background. But he stands in crisp, clean, good clothes in the room, just quietly, and just observes everybody around him.
So as you all come in, you're greeted with this face as Brick, as he is named, is standing there before Colonel Gray, who appears to be having some kind of conversation. Now, Brick, what the thing that upsets you the most, probably in the course of this conversation, is that it appears that your commanding officer has not blinked the entire time, and it's almost like he's rambling about mission parameters, and then he'll just go off on a tangent.
Yeah.
But it's the eyes. He is just deadlocked eyes. And at this point, you would assume they would be dried out, but he is just focused on you. When the two of you come in, you see this individual standing there, and Gray pauses for a moment and looks over and, yes, welcome. It's a pleasure to see you again. Please come in. This is your new teammate, Greaves.
Graves.
Yeah. Howard kind of walks in, looking around a bit confused. Ooh, where's the doctor?
Oh, he's been relocated.
Yeah, Irving kind of follows in after Howard, seeing this kind of bizarre look, and also kind of looking around for the doctor and hearing that pauses.
Yes, he's been relocated. He's doing quite fine, but he sends his best wishes, and he says that he will miss working with you dearly. But
Can I tell he's lying?
you can roll a human check.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Both of you can if you want.
I'm great at
Man.
that.
Oh, that's what I should have done. I mean, I
You're-
don't trust in baseline, so.
You're probably the best one at the moment that has a good human. It is difficult to get a pin on him if he is being honest or not. He gives the impression that he is being truthful, but at the same time, his demeanor is all over the place.
Kind of like that sensation that, like, we get the feeling he believes it in a little sense, almost.
Possibly, yeah. Did you? Oh, yeah. You failed as well there, Irving. Yeah. He's if he's being honest or if he's being deceitful, he is selling it real hard. It's hard for you to tell.
Okay. Good to meet you, Howard.
He nods and sort of gives this like a low growling grunt. Not disrespectful, it's just his way.
Yeah.
Irving gives a bit of a nod to him, and good to meet you, I suppose. He kind of casts a wary eye towards Gray, but doesn't actually connect, of course. Welcome to the team, I suppose. So, what's the situation then? We were called in.
Yes, MI6 has been able to get a location through some very bizarre and happenstance means. MI5 was initially reached out to us because there had been a break-in at the and he just kind of he runs his hands through his hair for a moment. For the National Institute of the Royal Institute of Health. Now, it is unsure at this time exactly what was specifically taken, but the reason that they reached out to us, however, is that there was a body found at the scene.
I imagine not a particularly normal body.
No. Yes, come this way, and he kind of leads you all into the back, where on the table in their makeshift morgue there is a body with a sheet over it. He goes up to it, and without even bracing anyone, he rips it off. Brick, let's have you roll SAM, please.
Fucking hell. Could you imagine if it was the doctor?
Sure, let me open the character.
Oh my gosh. Got a bad feeling about
Where is
this.
it? There it is. Pop that out. There it is. Nope.
Okay, it is. Let's see here. It's 2 sanity. What you see in front of you is this shriveled husk of a man. But what is endlessly fascinating to you is that there is this wrapped around their face and a key jammed out of their eye.
What is wrapped around their face?
This mask.
Oh, interesting.
A black leather-like mask that has fused around the entirety of his face, and there is a key sticking out of the eye socket where the lock would be.
Oh. Wait. So Irving's looking at it, and for a minute he's like, oh, okay, this is pretty standard. But then there's kind of a revelation on his face as he starts stepping back further and further and further away from it. Why is that here?
Well, it appears that not all of the masks had been accounted for.
Is there a reason there's a key in?
I assume because of the ritual, and he kind of gestures towards the body with the top of his head, was enacted.
But there's not usually a body left after it, is there? Was there? It's been fucking ages. Is there normally a body left after that?
There
I
was,
thought the
yes.
bodies were typically destroyed, weren't they?
They're drained of all life.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's what it was. Yeah, he's worried about the fact that the key is still in it. Is the key whole? Does it look like it could be activated, or is
Yeah.
No, I think what you're looking at is, and I'm saying that as a player, what you're looking at is the remains of the proof that someone used the ley lines to travel, and this is the spent battery.
that someone's still doing it, basically? Okay. So this one isn't active and ready to go, basically.
Correct. Yeah. Since this one's already been used, like Raz was saying, it's done, gone. The mask looks like it can still work, and the key can still work, but you need someone else to make it go.
Oh, okay. I thought this one was basically ready to go. Okay, never mind. Sorry. But yeah, Irving still looks fairly concerned, though. So, where did you say it was? You found this?
It was found in the Oh, let's see here. It is. Where's it at? Where's it at? And you can see that he's actually visibly shook up, like he's not recalling where it is. It just kind of looks around. It's where's it at?
Yeah, Irving kind of looks to Howard a bit. Like, what the fuck do we do here? You know, kind of look like very concerned.
I don't like this. We this doesn't change what we need to do next, right?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. And now, the reason that I'm bringing this up, and he generally kind of looks around lost at the moment, while he is then beginning to refocus towards you. It's the reason that MI5 kicked it over to us is because obviously, and he gestures to the mask again, but MI6 reached out to us, and they had found some people on their watch list that were recently found in Hungary. They were found by the outside of the city of, and he's having problems at the moment, and it's kind of a little unsettling for y'all. But yes, outside of the city of, I'm not going to be able to say this. What the hell is this name? Apologies for everyone, but I will copy and paste this name into the Roll20 chat because,
Let's see.
Zelegrzeg?
Sure.
Let's go with it.
Okay.
We'll call it Z-Town for
Good thing.
short.
Z-Town, all right.
The Sea-Town, yeah. That's much easier.
Yes, but that was where they were located or seen. They were on their watch list because they were believed to be German spies, and any correspondence that they had was received too late for them to be apprehended at home. It is believed that these individuals are somehow connected with, and he gestures again to the body, and potentially with Lakudur. But since they were on the watch list for being spies, and they were able to make it to Hungary, which is where MI6 is reporting activity for one Untersturmführer Bastian Aigner, who is also known as the Torchbearer in Lakudor's standing. I don't believe in circumstance and coincidence. So it is more than likely that they're reporting to him.
I suppose that would make sense. So they're there and they're ready for us, is what you're saying.
They will probably be ready for pursuit, but I don't know if you have been identified.
Well, that's good at least. So what's the plan then?
The plan is to make your way into Hungary. It is a turbulent situation there right now. There are freedom fighters, but it is currently Nazi occupied. The Soviets did try to take it over last year, but Germans were able to oust them, and they are currently in power. But begin your search around that area, and if we have any other information, please, or if we have any other information, we will reach out to you. We will get word to you. But do remember that Aigner was taking human subjects and testing on them.
Oh, so you think they'll have folks?
I don't know what kind of resistance you'll be meeting there, but it could be heavy.
And there's also a chance they have quite a few prisoners then.
It's possible, yes. I do believe he was specifically focused on the maimed and injured for the German front line.
Oh. Well, yeah.
Do we have a way of getting in?
Aye, and means of egress.
Yes. It's... yes. It's... You will have to make your way to there. And he just kind of drifts off for a moment. Kind of focused in middle distance.
Yeah. Irving kind of looks to the other two. Should we... Kind of just looks between them, very concerned. And I imagine Gray's just there, spaced out as he is, and Irving just doesn't know what to say. He's looking at the others two, just like, ah.
Hey, Gray.
Yes, I apologize. Yes, you will be making your way there, disguised as German soldiers. You will be infiltrating once again, and traveling via transport, troop transport. We have ordered documentation to make you viable and believable to arrive there. But yes, it's you should be good. You will be absconding as if you are injured people. That way, maybe you can get directed towards Aigner's little plan. Any questions?
I assume we'll receive a dossier and all that.
Certainly. What information are you needing?
Just so I have it all on paper. I was thinking.
Could you clarify, please? I'm a bit.
I just want to read over it myself, but.
Oh yes, of course. So yeah, he will go ahead and get you some documentation that you're asking for.
Yeah, are there any maps or anything else that we get around the for the area? Any advanced
How does that
recon?
look? Yeah, is that clearer? Or...
There, sorry, I had to switch that music to whatever the hell that was.
It's so genuinely confusing. I love it.
Yeah. All right. Sorry about that. Now, what did you ask, Raz?
I was asking, do we get any sort of maps surrounding areas, sort of an idea of where the guy is, or is this again sort of start at that town and just find him?
You are not entirely sure exactly where he is at. You're putting your hands in the system itself, hoping that you will be directed accordingly. And once you get your documentation and your passports and your official papers, it looks like you all have been classified to have disability of some sort.
We are
Whether-
classified with disability.
Yes.
Yes.
Meaning that within
That's why we're not at the front line.
correct German Army-wise, you all have been medically prescribed to have some sort of disability and eligible for a rest and a relaxation trip.
Mm.
So hopefully he'll sweep us up, hoping to experiment. Interesting.
And the more
Just-
that you kind of look at this, you get the idea that maybe you're a honeypot.
Yeah.
That means we can't go with our own weapons and all that. Actually, with soldiers, we might still be able to have some weapons.
Yeah, you would get a German equivalent
Okay.
of that. Even though you were in a heavily German territory, you would still have some weapons.
Yeah.
Is the dossier clearer than he's being? Like, he seems pretty confused. Does the dossier reflect that kind of confusion as well, or is it like seem like it's been done by someone level-headed?
You can see the parts where he was focused, and then it does ramble a little bit. Much like kind of the last after-action report that you had received.
Yeah, I loved that. It was amazing.
That things are a bit off at the moment. You're not sure exactly what's going on with him, but he is having some issues focusing, and the dossier shows that. But you do see where mission details are lined out in full. Locate Aigner. That MI6 documentation shows that the 3 individuals that were found to be that were previously located in Britain and made their way to Hungary within a very short amount of time. They were on their way. They stopped there, but then further reports have them listed being located by Heavies. So H-A-V-I-Z, which is a village that is further to the east. You do have a map of Hungary, but you can see that the nearest city would be Z-Town.
Z-Town. Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, that makes sense then. Perfect. Well, I mean, yeah, Irving kind of looks over at the dossier, like double check to make sure, and like, it's clear being able to sort through it on his own, like separate from Colonel Gray's explanation. Seems to have been clearer for him personally, and he kind of looks up and nods, makes sure the others are clear as well. Well, I suppose if everyone else is all set, it makes sense to me.
And studying the documentation further, you do see that even though you all have been listed with a disability, some of you have been listed with severe injuries like mobility severely limited, shrapnel in the back, things like that, PTSD among those things, and that it is. Let's see. Does someone have first aid?
I have 33% in it.
Okay.
I might have some. Where is it? Oh, yeah, I have 40 in it. Shit.
Okay, so the two of you, both of you kind of looking over each other's documents, and this has been like field triage for you. You're able to kind of put together things that this is just like both of your humans are kind of low, so you don't know human like opposition intelligence that good or that well. So it's hard for you to get a gauge on someone like Aigner, but given what you know about him and any of the after action reports that you've received, you get the sense that this has been specifically seeded and fed through the German bureaucracy at this time for you to be redirected, handpicked. You have been given specific words, keywords that would draw the attention of someone like Aigner. As you look at your documents,
We're prime cuts, basically.
And listen. So yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, it's a bit concerning. This is the most. I mean, then again, we've been on some pretty suicide-esque missions before with less weapons, so this isn't that bad, I guess. Yeah, Irving's good to go.
All right. Any questions there from anyone?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Supposed to find him, kill him, and bring back anything useful.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, chances are it'll probably be them trying to ambush us, and then us using one of them to track it back, or having someone be bait and get caught and track them.
All right. So without further ado here. Okay. So let me shoot that over quick, and then if anyone has any questions or anything like that. Finds. Sorry, I gotta read through my notes here quick before I.
Do we know anything if he's actually as successful as the others were? Like his research was blood transfusion, I think. Are there any reports of zombies or unkillable dudes?
That is the interesting thing, is that the Royal Society. There, I finally found my goddamn notes. The Royal Society was what was broken into. Now, as far as blood transfusion and successful, it appears that anything that you have from the German High Command is that results are promising, but the samples are unsteady.
Okay. And he is one of the people who got disavowed by Himmler, or is he on Himmler's good side?
God, I cannot remember what I had said for that one.
No problem. Let's see. Himmler wants them gone. All three, Arzt, Harold, and Aigner defected from Himmler's control. There it is. Yeah, you said that.
Okay.
On
Thank you
March.
for keeping those.
So he is.
All right.
Okay, so he's
yeah,
on the bad side of Himmler.
Yes. And yes, that is correct, because you had found previous correspondence that people were sent to spy on Aigner, and they did not return.
Oh. They must have just had a great time back in Hungary.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Okay, so anything else for anyone?
Irving's good. Not much to do here.
Okay. So as you continue on and you board the necessary transport to get you airdropped back into Switzerland, and from there you're able to negotiate your way across various terrains to get yourselves to Hungary, you do pass through some interesting landscapes. It takes time. It takes you roughly a couple weeks' time to get to the village of Heves. But when you arrive, you're instantly greeted with an idyllic village. There are several old cottages and houses that are 2 to 3 stories tall upon a large lake. And as I had stated previously, it's wintertime, so ignore the green trees there and imagine them white. But you see upon the water itself, the lake is quite large, but there's a steam that is rising from the water consistently and constantly. And once you arrive, people are bustling about and they appear to be busy. There are various German soldiers of all types that are moving around because this is currently German-occupied Hungary. But the thing that catches everyone off guard immediately is that there is a smell to the air itself. Now, it's not sickly or anything along those lines, but what it is that there is a like a salt smell combined with something herbal, and you're unable to quite put your finger on it.
Let me see. I'm trying to think if I have anything that would apply to try and figure this out. Maybe first aid? Because this sounds almost like some kind of tea or some kind of, like, you know... Like you mentioned it was herb or something, maybe medicine, I don't know. I don't have medicine.
But you can certainly give me a first aid roll.
Trying to think of what maybe it is.
It's not...
I mean, the salt
would-
makes sense because of the snow, right? For like the roads and paths, but
It's not something that you would have on hand, like in a medical bag or anything like that. It's not anything like that, and it's not necessarily what you drank before you disembarked from your troop transport.
so he's not sure, but interesting arrival.
So who's doing what?
Does the steam rising up from the water, is that just kind of like a normal thing, or is that odd?
That is... You can give me a survival check.
Hey!
I'm sure I'm great at that.
Can I do that as well?
Sure.
Damn it! You're much better.
Okay, so with that, as you kind of look at it, it dawns on you for a moment of inspiration takes you, and you kind of get down, you get near the water, and you gently, you put your hands in it, and it's warm.
And that's weird.
So it's not a hot spring, guys. It is the sewers, and you just put your hands in it.
Delicious.
Interesting.
I think if given the opportunity, Howard will go around and ask people, like, what that smell is and how the water is heated.
Like, what kind of waterway is this?
It's a lake.
Okay. Ah. Pretty large, I would assume.
It is. Let's see. Yes, it is quite large.
Ooh. That's very interesting. And does it seem to carry that warmth carry all the way out across the water?
It mixes. Like you can see patches where the steam isn't rising, but it is on and off again throughout it. So let's see.
Interesting.
That is
There's
the
no
square
ice over
footage
the
of the
water.
lake there.
Oh wow, yeah. But there's not really any ice over the water, given the
No.
lake, I would assume. Interesting. Yeah, that probably sticks out of it then.
So Howard, you're going around and talking to people as best as you can, because I think your German's at what, 10?
Yeah,
Do you want me to translate for you?
maybe they know English. Actually, I don't have any German, I have Polish.
You don't have any German.
Do you want me to translate for you?
Yeah, could you translate for me?
You lost your tongue in the war! Your voice box is fucked up or something. So we'll just pretend, like, you'll, like, make this horse whisper to me, and I'll translate.
Okay, that works.
So it takes you. Most of the people there are busy moving about, but you do find a couple of people that appear to be on break, and one individual appears to be in a fairly modern attire. Looks to be like possibly a banker or something like that, but he's wearing a very nice suit, button-up jacket with a thin black tie, and he kind of looks over to you. Oh, yes. Well, I take it that you are here for the healing, correct? Did you lose your tongue, boy?
Oh, do you want to? I was gonna say you could just talk and it can be translated unless you want to actually.
But then our cover doesn't really work.
All right. Well,
You just talk.
He's talking
yeah.
to you, Irving.
Irving looks to the guy. Yeah, sorry. He's had a bit of trouble in the past. We both fought.
Oh, yes. Well, I understand why you have come then. Our lake is fantastic. It's healing, a hot spring.
Oh, I believe my friend here was asking about that. Well, as he can, kind of motions towards his mouth.
Oh, yes. I don't know if it'll grow that back, but it'll definitely help speed up the body's natural healing processes. It's the best because you can be in the water year round. It doesn't get below 24 degrees. We've tested it several times, but it never drops below 24 degrees Celsius.
Aye, that's amazing. It's wonderful, doesn't it? He kind of looks to Howard.
Howard will whisper to you, do they know why it doesn't get cold?
Oh, I don't suppose you know what exactly it is that keeps it warm.
Yes, I think they found that there is a spring cave, and he kind of gestures out, and as the mist kind of clear a little bit, you see out on the water itself, there appears to be a large structure in the center of the water. But he kind of gestures out towards that direction. There's a spring cave that puts out water that's roughly about 40 degrees, and from there it just kind of floods out into the rest of the lake and keeps it moderate temperature.
And
Looks to Howard again.
what about the smell?
Oh, yeah.
That's part of the natural healing properties of the lake itself. The minerals, because it's a mineral body of water, but some of the other aromatics and herbs that are growing around the lake. We've got some of the more natural remedies to help speed body health and body wellness.
And Irving kind of looks to Howard again, but then kind of thinks on something and looks to the guy. How long has it been like that?
Oh, for forever. This lake, the foundation, and he kind of points out towards the building, like, well, not there, obviously, but around here. The Romans actually built the first bathhouse here.
Really?
People have lived here for centuries, for millennia.
Ah. Interesting. He kind of looks to Howard, a bit of, like this all kind of makes sense in a way, look on his face.
Yeah.
Kind of signs to you, anything else?
Howard shakes his head.
And looks to the fella. Well, it's been good talking to you. Thank you.
Yes, of course. Thank you. Have a good day.
Oh, yeah. I presume we kind of continue along, and once we're off to a pretty decent kind of secluded spot, or I suppose, unless we meet up again with our new buddy Brick.
Brick would have been there just a few meters away, just waiting.
Yeah. Yeah,
And if
so
you
I
end that
imagine-
conversation and you walk back, he will just simply look at you and ask, Aigner?
Irving kind of shrugs. To me, it sounds like a lot of the other places. Something really, really old. The fella said it was the Romans that started this place. A lot of the other places we've been to, Vikings, all that kind of stuff. Old places. I'm willing to bet something's in that cave. If they've got a place, that'd be it. Whatever makes this spring a spring, well, I bet it has something to do with down there. I bet it has something to do with why Aigner's here.
Yeah, I think maybe we could check out that cove that man was saying caused all this. Might be a place to start.
Sure.
I mean, if we're lucky, we wouldn't even have to get abducted then.
Yeah.
Much prefer that.
Okay, so who's doing what? Are you all going together, or are you...
I don't know about Brick, I mean...
Why?
Brick's part of the team.
He comes with.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure if he might
Keep
do
look over. Is there an
anything
obvious way to get to the cave?
Well, you don't see the cave from where you're at. As you walk along
the
the
island?
shorefront, what you do come across is a bridge that travels out to a large structure
Okay.
right there.
Oh, that's nice. It's the resort. But for most people, it's the last resort.
Oh,
But
Amazing. Interesting. Oh.
So there's this resort. Are there boats or anything that we could take to get to that cove?
there's a footbridge that lets you walk out to it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Interesting. So this is presumably built like over. This is basically what we're talking about then. This
Yes.
place.
You see Howard kind of looking at the sky a lot.
You all right, fella? See something?
No, just my my eyes playing tricks on me, I think.
All right. Well, let's hope this goes well. I'd like to get out of here as soon as possible.
Yeah.
You get another one of those grunts that you learn from him. That is sort of his ascent.
I guess we check the place out. Or does it look to have any security?
You see German soldiers coming and going, but it appears to be fairly low-key in regards to security.
Does it seem like we'd be entirely out of place if we just like went on in, or is it like an open to the public kind of place?
It seems to be pretty open to everyone.
I
Right.
guess we... I don't know.
He'll follow you. Like he'll let Irvin. Irvin seems to be leading, so Brick follows.
As will Howard.
Sure.
Okay. As you walk along the bridge itself, you get closer and closer. The smell becomes more prevalent. The steam becomes more prevalent. But yeah, you're able to go right up to the front door. In just a second here. So yes, as you make your way up to the door itself, yeah, you're able to walk right in. And unless anyone has anything to add, we'll continue on.
Yeah, sure. With the information that I now have, as we walk the bridge, Break would sort of do like a "Oi, hey," to both the others, and sort of point, and then with this meaty, like freaking like butcher type huge hand, like point out across the lake to somewhere, so that you guys come closer to him, and then he'll say, "Yep, go ahead."
No, Irving approaches.
You see nothing in particular there other than trees, and he says, "Did you see the World War I guys?
What was that?
And then he sort of he still looks out towards the lake, but he memorized where he saw the last one of them, and he'll say something along the lines of, look at my 4 o'clock. There's a guy milling about in full World War I attire."
Yeah, and Irving would know that instinctually, so he looks directly to it. Does he see anything?
And he says, "Guy's not right in the head, I think."
As you look back, there is an individual that is just kind of shifting about in World War I attire, and the thing that stands out to both of you is that he has a gas mask on. The thing that is distracting also, though, in this instance, is that no one around him seems to be reacting to this.
Ooh. And me and Howard, does it seem like we just didn't notice, or does
You
it
were
seem
distracted with trying to communicate with a person, with one of the locals. This is something Brick saw on his own as he was kind of taking in the scenery.
That's concerning.
All of them have gas masks on, or just that one?
All of them do that you've noticed, and they're not a lot. They're a small handful, like you would say
Right.
less than 5 that you've seen.
Okay. He'll say, "I saw 5 of them. Makes you think maybe we should have gas masks."
Yeah, you see, I imagine we're kind of like off a little bit. We're not super in view, are we? Or
I stopped us on the bridge leading over, just as we were to pretend we were sightseeing.
yeah, how well are we covered by the steam, or is it at all?
Not very clearly at all. You were out in the middle, kind of above the water.
Yeah,
You would say like maybe your lower torso is covered.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, if nothing else, we can get some cloth up our noses. Try and filter out a bit, I suppose. But that's definitely a good idea in the long run. Let's get in there. Hopefully inside is clear of whatever they're avoiding.
You get another grunt.
Yeah. Howard's kind of looking at the sky some more. Do you all see that?
What?
You pointed out? Or...
He's like looking at the sky.
Yeah, Irving will try and follow his eyes.
Irving, make an alertness check.
Ooh. Interesting. Oh, come on!
No, I mean, you're looking, you don't really see anything. It looks to be a perfectly blue sky.
I see what you mean. It's... I don't know, maybe they missed us in my eyes. They see anything? No.
Alright, it's nothing. Let's just get inside.
Sure. It could be. You never know. I mean.
Yeah. It's fine.
Uh-huh.
Let's go then.
Okay, so as you make your way inside, you are immediately greeted with the sound of echoes. As such that you can tell that the interior of the room has been very nicely crafted to insulate and keep heat in and chill air out. So as you get in, people are milling about, and just a second here to get the proper image up.
How is the air? Is it like once that closes and it's sealed up, is it pretty different, or?
The smell is still there, and it's become more humid because it's enclosed within.
Interesting.
But what you see is, let's see, where's that? What you are immediately greeted with is a lovely scene. I am painting in generic word detail until I can get it pulled up.
It's all good.
It's not pulling up. Okay, come on. Okay, now. Shit. All right. There. Sorry about that. There we go. What you see is the scene before you, a multi-tiered room that has railings around it to protect people from falling in, but the lake itself is open and exposed. But since it is enclosed, it is insulated, and that's where the steam itself is rising. Well, sorry. What you notice once you close the door is that the steam isn't nearly as visible, since this is an insulated structure, but the steam is not present, but you can still smell it, and the humidity has increased. There are people milling about, and a lot of more professional looking people as well.
Interesting. Professional in what regard? Like business folk, or like waiters, and like professional as in they work here?
Professional as in that they have a military posture to them.
Interesting. Yeah, I suppose we make ourselves fit in, look like some normal old explorers. Take a look through the place.
Push comes to shove, I'll be mute.
Why do I always end up the one talking? And you see him kind of pause as he's talking and look off in the distance. You see that? Another one of those fellas with the masks. Can I see where in particular?
Yeah, you would, in this open room here, it would probably be over in there.
He kind of points it out to you guys subtly. Whatever method we would have of, not obviously just literally pointing straight to someone, but he kind of points that person out, and should we head off that way and just look for any nooks and crannies, or?
Maybe the doctor check him out. Gas mask guy.
Kind of looks to Howard.
Actually, we don't have a doctor with you, right? Howard isn't the doctor, he's an engineer.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, wait, do we?
That's right.
Thaddeus is...
That is right.
in
In that
the
case, he
wing.
would say, maybe one of us check him out.
Alright, let's head that direction. We'll see what we see when we get there, I suppose.
I'll keep an eye out. best I can.
Yeah, so I guess we get closer? Sounds like. Get a better view on the sky.
Sure, yeah. Are you doing that loud, or are you going to try to be quiet about it?
Irving definitely wants to be quiet and fit in. You know, make himself look like a normal kind of person touring around.
We're visiting.
Sure.
We're visiting the hot spring facility.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Ooh. Oh, shit. Man, I'm marking so many skills, though.
As you're maneuvering about the crowd, a lot of people are taking notice of the newcomers that have arrived and kind of begin penning you up and chatting about you. Like, hey, where have you been? Like, where was your tour at? You know, what have you seen? Things like that.
Ooh, shit. Yeah, Irving, he, of course, has some ideas, you know, they would have had, you know, planned out, like, what you would say in these kind of scenarios, but there's, like, a lot of people coming at him, and he's trying to get to this spot, you know, without being, like, super, super obvious, and he ends up kind of falling back on, like, kind of similar to the others of, like, sorry, I just can't take, you know, a whole lot of conversation, sorry, my head, you know, to kind of fall back from that. And, of course, probably doing so with quite a faux pas.
Sure. So while that is going on, you're kind of able to be the face of this. What are Howard and Brick doing?
Howard just,
Was that? Yeah, go ahead.
Howard just kind of keeping an eye out, looking around for anything peculiar, anything notable, just all that stuff.
Yeah, clues would be great. Yeah, right. Like
Clues.
either something to the cave or, yeah, where disabled people go. Maybe there are even signs on the wall that say, you know, doctor, this direction, or.
Sure, both of you can give me an alertness check, please.
Sure.
Would
And at the same time,
love-
I'd also like to know if we walk by, even remotely closely by one of the World War I people,
Mm-hmm.
to just like look through that plastic in their face to see if they're actually humans in there and how old they are. Because they would have to be fairly old if they're actually from World War One.
Yeah.
You know. Alertness. Skadoosh. Nope.
Oh, damn. All right. So, Howard, yes, what you're able to find kind of you're not able to exactly determine because you don't speak German, but you do see a number of people kind of gathered around at a far end over here. And kind of in between the gaps, when a person moves side to side, you're able to see that there is a nurse over there. Brick, as you get kind of close to one of the individual over here, kind of just taking a slow tour of the place, you do peer in. Give me sanity, please.
Just Brick?
Just Brick, because he got close.
Bless.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, shit.
Right, so...
Could be like seaweed men or something.
Oh, where are they at? There they are. Okay, so it is one sand loss for a natural. When you look in, you just see these red eyes. You don't see the outline of a face. You don't see anything else. You just see these red eyes vacantly looking back at you.
Wait, is that because the light conditions are bad, or because there's unnaturally no light escapes the mask other than the two red points?
It is fairly well lit. It is getting close to noon at this point.
Yeah.
So it is a fairly well lit and exposed area. There is no light entering into that suit.
Wow. So that is the unnatural part, right? Like sort of looking out. looking out are just these like two red eyes. And are they red eyes, or are you describing that there are irises and the rest of the white of the eyes of the human eyes is red because of, capillaries?
No, just the irises.
So like
The
two
whites of
round
the eyes are still there.
Oh, the whites are still. Wait, what? Their eyes are. The iris is red?
Yes,
Which we know no human has red irises. Like, that's just not a thing.
correct.
Okay.
And of course, it's got enough of a glow underneath that mask that you can
So
see.
as you
through.
get closer, you see that. That is what they're dressed like.
Yeah.
Interesting. And everybody treats them completely normal, yeah?
They give them a little bit of a berth, but for the most part, they don't interact with them. Like they're not. How do I want to put this? They're not engaged with. They kind of have this small buffer around them, but these people appear to be just kind of still milling about in society.
Interesting.
All right, and then let me this and see if this works. There we go.
Love it.
Yeah. Nice.
There's by that group of people. There's a nurse. Maybe that's someone we can go talk to.
Irving kind of finally has broken off with his various excuses. Let's go. He's done for. Just can they stop their chatterboxing?
And then actually, Raz, you see that.
That's great.
Uh-oh. I got a bad feeling about this one.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. So, the other two, as you kind of are distracted looking into that, when you look away, you do see that Irving and Howard are slowly making their way over there.
I'll walk over to them.
And as you get closer, the people begin to, kind of get processed, and you're able to place yourselves in line, and you make your way up, and there is a nurse there. Yes, greetings. Welcome to Heavy's Spa. Might I ask who you are, and may I see your papers as well, please?
Ooh, would we really know much about this? Could we presume maybe our military papers would get us in here?
You could assume that. You could try.
Yeah, Irving would kind of go forward, knowing the other two don't really speak as much German necessarily. Hey, if you could help us, we heard you helped soldiers that were wounded. And he puts their papers forward.
And she takes them and begins looking at them for a moment. Oh, yes, of course. Well, it is a pleasure for us to be able to treat you here. And please follow me. And she turns around and begins walking towards the back there. As she goes by, you can see her just lean over and whisper to another nurse, who just looks at you for a moment, and there's no real recognition or anything betrayed in her face as she makes her way back up to talk to the other soldiers that are gathered there.
Any chance I might be able to make a German roll to see if I can tell what she said?
Sure, go ahead.
I would love that. That'd be cool. Fuck, so close.
It is.
My German's gonna get better though.
There is such an amount of noise in here between the water down below, the people talking, and echoing off the walls and ceiling, that it is difficult for you to make out.
That's fair, yeah. Yeah, so Irving kind of looks to the others with a bit of a shrug and like, well, I guess we're this is it. Yeah, follows along.
So, as you are led down a hallway, you are brought to a nice wood paneled door. And she opens it and she gestures. If you'll step inside and remove your clothing, that way we can begin a detailed examination and determine what care we can provide for you.
Thank you. And Irving kind of looks to the others. We haven't been provided with any, like, fake scarring or anything like that, I assume.
You would have been, but you know in this instance that...
It wouldn't hold up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, figured. Yeah, but to get her out of the room at least, Irving's like, oh, yeah, alright, thank you. If you could. And, are there, like, changing rooms, or is it, like, one big room, or...
There is there is a changing room there for all of you. She assumes that you're used to the soldier life where you would all gather together.
Makes sense. Is she expecting us to do it in front of her, or is she leaving the room for us to change, or what?
She'll leave the room. There are gowns for you to wear.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Irving kind of looks to the others once she's clear. So, what do we do now? If they try and actually examine these wounds, it's going to be clear that it's not legitimate.
Psychological damage? What are we doing here? Where's Aigner?
I guess, I don't know if we can really find him without pressing forward. I mean, if it is here that he is. And if not, then I suppose we just, I don't know, what do you think we do?
I'm at a bit of a loss on this one.
Well, see the cave.
Should we... Is there any other way out of this room, or is it just the door we came in?
There's just the door that you came in, but you do know that the hallway continued further on.
Was she waiting outside? Like, did we hear her walk down the hall, or...?
She walked down the hall just to kind of give you a little bit more privacy.
Does it seem like we could get down the hall further without her noticing?
That would be a stealth roll.
We can try to sneak through.
If you want to take point, I'll take up rear. If they discover, I suppose we just act confused. World War wounds, head wounds, etc.
Yeah.
That's better than nothing.
Follow me. And Howard will sneak out the door.
Okay, go ahead and roll that stealth, please.
You got this. Any bonus for us supporting?
I give you a plus 20, yeah.
Love it.
Fuck yeah.
Nice. So, with the amount of noise that's taking place down the hallway, you can tell that the nurse is distracted. She kind of glances over her shoulder, and as you kind of just have a pocket mirror out and you're kind of peering around the corner, you can see that she looks over her shoulder once, but then is distracted with talking to someone. And in that moment, you kind of gesture for everyone to go, where you silently creep further down the hallway. As you make your way down the hallway further, more doors on the left and right are available to you, but you get further and further into the back and the bowels of the spa when you're able to encounter a staircase that leads down.
We go down the staircase.
Okay. So as you make your way further down the staircase itself, your steps are echoing on the stone stairs and the tunnel itself as you come out into this area here. The temperature is noticeable. The steam, the humidity of the water, as well as the smell, has increased exponentially to where you are in this area right now. You see two caves in front of you, and the water itself appears to be funneled in and out of them. Sorry, what were you going to say, Irving?
Oh, I was just gonna say, now that we're like out of view, he'd take he'd have like a really small like neck knife or something like that, and he'd like cut a little bit of his scarf off the end, just fray it, and make little kind of roll up things for in their noses to help, just in case, you know. And he kind of passes them out, just in case. Nothing, I suppose. Just breathe through your nose.
All right. Good idea. Let's keep moving before somebody sees us.
Hey, let's go. Lead the way.
Howard leads the way.
All right. Which way does Howard lead?
How many different directions are there? Sorry?
You see the two in front of you.
I want to go down this
Competent? How competent does Howard seem to Brick in terms of reconnaissance? Sorry, I'm asking the GM probably because you can't know.
Yeah.
Well, you would have been given...
He's trying to figure out if he's the expert in the room or not.
I mean, you've just seen him also lead us, so I mean, that's a pretty good example.
You do have that, and then you were given dossiers on your teammates to kind of help you get in the mindset of who you'd be working with. You know that Howard is a little less stealthy than you, but is more perceptive than you are.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, no, I'll let him lead. They are the experts. I'm the noob.
So you're going down the left one, correct?
Yeah, let's charge down this dark hole.
Well, I guess before I choose one, can I hear anything coming from either side?
Sure, go ahead and give me an alertness check.
That's
Generators or cables.
That would be smart.
I'll be looking for
can I help out?
Don't need to.
Critical.
Need your help.
Oh, damn!
Solved.
Hell yeah.
Brick, you can also give me an alertness check for what you're looking for. All right. Boy, high rolls tonight.
Pretty good stuff, yeah.
So, for Howard,
We all
as
such good alerts.
you listen down, actually both of them, you don't hear anything that catches your ear right away. But as you focus in more and more, what you notice is that you can hear the sound of water, but it sounds like waves. Let me rephrase that. It sounds like waves, and it sounds like waves that are lapping on a shore.
Oh.
As you kind of look about, you don't see any natural embankment. The stairs just kind of led down into this shallow wading pool. There is no real gradual decline into these waters. It's stairs, water. So wherever the sound of the waves crashing upon the shoreline is coming from, you have no idea. The thing that you can pick up on from either of these is that it appears to be silent coming from them. But you do hear the sound of the ticking and grinding of the gears getting more and more present.
From both of them, or
Just all around.
okay?
And for Brick, you don't see any wires or cabling coming in and out of the caves.
Okay. Yeah, because I was looking for some sort of, what do you call it? Not automation or process, but you mean operation is probably the right word. I'm looking for signs of an actual larger operation to experiment, sort of like a standard lab, signs of a lab somewhere, which this is currently not. So it's just interesting.
Yeah, not in this immediate area. You don't see anything.
But there could also be a hidden cave entrance somewhere that they use with a little boat to ferry stuff forward and back, and we just haven't found it yet.
Yeah, Irving kind of looks to him. Which way do we want to go?
This way. He gestures towards this left cavern. And it's gonna lead them that way.
Okay. Are you doing it quietly? How exactly are you approaching this?
Gonna do it as quiet as I can.
Okay.
Just start shooting the cave walls. Yeah.
There you go.
Don't want people to
Pow, pow,
notice
pow, pow,
us.
Screaming, shooting.
Right,
all
Scream!
that stuff.
Come out, Aigner!
IR was here.
Do I need to roll another stealth check?
Let's see here. No, you do not.
Okay.
Because that first stealth check was in regards to that. So that was just a ridiculous question on my part. So as you continue down the cave, the left-hand cave, the water is steady in temperature. You can feel it sloshing around your ankles. There's no real platform for you to walk on the side. It's just trudging through the water. But as you continue on, what you do see is that the waters are there's a current that is coming towards you. But there is a faint light up ahead. Okay. So do you approach?
Yes.
Okay. So as you get closer and closer, there is a steady incline that is rising above the water, and as you traipse above it, you come out into an area as the land before you is bone dry. What you notice is that there is a chair obviously in front of you, but for the most part there is no one around. There we go. That's what I needed.
Are there these like other doors and stuff as well?
There are other doors. There's a door here, and then what appears to be some kind of metallic shutter system over on the right.
Okay.
Does this look like part of the building that we saw from the outside, or would this now be underground in the caves?
This would be underground.
So the shutters
Is
wouldn't
it-
open to the sun, for example, right?
I'm sorry, what was that? You kind of cut out there.
I was saying the shutters wouldn't... We wouldn't assume that the shutters open like a sunroof to the outside or the sun.
No, they would not.
Okay.
And I assume we wouldn't have like windows and stuff here, right? Lighting it. I assume there's like wall lights or something.
There is, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If this is a dark cave, then we should use magic missile. You enter a dark
Obvious.
room.
I attack the darkness.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess press forward or.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe press my ear against the shutters.
Does this place
Touch
seem
them?
pretty dusty or?
No. A quick survey of the area with your high alertness, Irving. There, it appears to be well traveled.
Mm. Okay. I did bring a flashlight, so from time to time I can turn it on to just observe or look at something.
Okay. So as you get close to the shutters there, go ahead and give me an alertness check there,
Great.
Rick. Okay, you hear this.
It sounds like people whispering
Yes,
or speaking behind the shutters, and that's why it's like whispers.
correct. It's difficult for you to ascertain exactly what it is, but there is a cacophony of voices that appear to be back there.
Okay. Well, I'll go back to the other two and essentially tell them. Lots of voices behind it. German.
But behind the shutters?
Yup.
Oh, shit.
Well,
Us.
I think-
Also, gas mask guy wasn't right in the face. It's all black, red eyes. Never seen anything like it.
What's again? Alright, I suppose we need to see about these shutters or find a way around to them.
I use the doors.
Howard is gonna kind of point towards the door on the left. Maybe we should check out this way before we go confronting all those people.
Yup.
But also, he walks up to this kind of dial. Is this kind of like a what is
dial?
it, like
Radio
70s?
dial.
Oh, a radio dial?
No, sorry.
Oh, radial. Does it seem to be for something?
The pathway, there's an electrical tubing that goes up into the wall, and it goes into the wall actually over here.
Can I try to figure out what it's for?
Do you mess around with the dial?
Yo, we going or what?
I think we should.
Gotta.
I
find
think he's
Aigner.
gonna like check out this room first, or like what's down there before messing with the dial.
Okay. So as you begin to open up the doorway, it creaks open on unoiled hinges. There's a loud audible creak as the door opens, and there is a brilliance of light that pours out into the room. It takes a moment for your eyes to adjust, but as you look in, you are immediately greeted with the sound of a hum, an ever-present hum that just kind of fills the corridor as the door is opened. Once you look inside, there appear to be... It's difficult for Howard to kind of comprehend. Howard, you have... Let's see here. I think it was... Is it you? No, it just must have been the doctor.
Jawohl, ja, was?
He's gone. He's bye-bye.
Nein.
Yeah, it was just the doctor at the moment. Unless it was Irving. It might have been Irving. Nope. Okay, that's fine. I thought someone else had craft or engineering or something like that. But what you can kind of make out is that there are large posts, and there appear to be these metal pieces, for lack of a better word, metal plane that is attached to the other side of this window. And at the bottom of the post, they all appear to be large cables that run directly into this central generator, except it's unlike a generator that you have ever seen before. It's large, it's cylindrical, and it makes, you know how most gas generators have a sound of an engine running. This makes a hum.
Ooh.
Okay.
The room itself is bright.
Yes.
Okay. And there is a you actually spoke of a window this time?
So whereas these are producing light,
Yeah.
and putting
But
two
the
and
light
two
is just getting
together.
refracted in, right? From this room into the other room through some sort of like metal sheet or something, like in Tomb Raider games.
Basically, what you're able to put together is that these are light sources that are attached. So these are actual window wells that are carved out, but there is light, like actual light poles that are attached to the back of these windows that are shooting light out in this let's see.
Into the main room
Yeah.
that we just came from.
So light is coming out that direction.
I see.
There's no overhead lights. It's all being generated from these window panes.
How do you want us to handle ideas that I have as a player, but I don't know if my character has them? Do I just bring it up as my character? Is that okay, or?
Sure.
Okay. Then, Brick would say, yo, listen, nickname for Aigner is, TORCHBEARER, yeah?
Oh.
I reviewed, shipping manifest. Looked like, he was getting lots of lightning equipment, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Combine that with, World War I goon. Be very dark. This being a cave. Lots of light. Did I see the dial at all when I walked by it into this room?
As you get closer to it, you do see it.
Yeah. You say, look, what if, he's a crazy scientist, yeah? What if this is, experiment room? You can, with the dial, you turn up and down the light intensity, and the shutters, behind the shutters is the actual monsters. You use the light to keep them at bay, or fuck them up.
You think this is a test chamber of some kind?
Yeah. Or acclimatization or something.
Should we get out of here then?
Well, I reckon the light's better than the dark.
Aye, but if we can get to another chamber that isn't with those things on the other side.
What I'm saying is this might be a safe spot if we have to retreat, for example. Or maybe a light can be used against them, you know?
Fair enough. I'll keep it in mind.
I'm curious to open the shutters, but that's just unprofessional curiosity. The target's Aigner, and that's it.
No. Hey. Let's go. Yeah, kind of look to Howard.
Yeah, let's keep moving.
Okay. So you continue down to here.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you are walking down to this end of the hallway, you do see that along this post closest to the doorway here, there appears to be another switch. This one appears to be just a simple flip switch, but the post goes up and into this area
Yeah,
here.
that's the shutters. Probably. And then Brick does a Columbo and sort of turns around to the others and says, and also, if those World War I goons become hostile at some point, expose them to light might help.
Sure.
You know, rip out the face mask, helmet, whatever. Blind them.
Not a bad idea. Worth a try at least.
If they're if my enemy's wearing protective gear, it's probably for a purpose.
Hey.
Yeah, I think that's a smart move.
Right. For queen and country, let's open that door.
Yeah, I suppose. And Howard will open the door.
Okay. As you open the door, you're immediately greeted with a warm light in the room. It's not brilliant as compared to that, but it is a study, it appears to be, or it looks like living conditions combined with the study. Upon the right-hand side, you see a cot along with a trunk, and on the left-hand side, there appears to be a desk with stacks of files. And then also along the back wall, there appears to be a shit, my brain just fizzled out. There appears to be various medical equipment. There we go. God damn.
Oh, yeah.
Medical equipment along
Like
the
a
back
cabinet?
wall. Yes.
Well, that's to be expected, right? Like, we expected him to be some sort of medical villain-ish
Yeah,
type.
this seems pretty fitting based on what we knew, I think. It was mentioned that he was experimenting on stuff, so I mean, let's start looking through papers.
Yeah. Are there any other entrances or exits?
Nope.
Yeah,
One way
everybody
in,
will
one
start
way
digging
out
through.
here.
I will specifically also look through the papers and scan to see if there's any obvious ciphers.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a signal intelligence or a SIGINT check.
Nice. Good idea.
Alright. Is there any way I could get like take my time with this to get a bonus?
Yeah, you could get a plus 10.
Sweet.
I'll block the door.
Yeah, he starts digging over these papers. Thank goodness for taking my time.
Nice.
I knew it.
You called
Nice.
that.
I had such a feeling.
Wow.
Yes, what you are able to find is that there are a couple of documents that appear to be written in code. And at this point, I think... God, let me check this quick.
Man, that was lucky. Instinct kicked in.
The code is you have to turn the paper upside down.
So, yeah, at this point, the Enigma machine has been broken. So, what surprises you is the fact that Aigner is still using that. Is material used with the Enigma cipher.
Well, I don't know.
It was like 3 years ago. At this
What I
point.
meant is like the Germans might not know it got broken.
Yeah, that's a fair point. For Aigner, it's discussions with people that are within the SS, speaking about how Himmler is still furious with his departure, as well as him being targeted by Himmler's resources. But the couple of documents that you do stumble across is one that he was able to, that Aigner was able to contact people through the German national security to get them planted within Britain to case the Royal Society. And they were looking for a specific thing. And once they were able to locate it, they were able to exfiltrate themselves and return to Aigner.
Shit. And does it say what it was they were grabbing?
They were looking for a book.
Which one?
Oh, that can't be dangerous at all. It's just a book, right?
Let's see.
Was it one of the ones we retrieved?
Necronomicon.
No, it was not. This is.
Let's
Let's see
get it
here. What was this?
Yikes.
Let's see. Why can't I find that damn book name now? Basically, it is a book from the 1600s.
Interesting.
But it was kept with the Royal Society.
Did we get told beforehand what that book is? Sorry, by with Pisces or in England? Ourselves, that it was stolen?
You were told that MI5 was still determining what was stolen from the Royal Society, so they are not sure what is missing yet.
I see.
So that's probably our target then. That's missing.
Did you like read that out to us, Irvine, or?
Yeah.
Are you just... Okay.
Yeah, I imagine he'd be kind of relaying this to everybody quite quietly, making sure, with you guys on watch, that we don't get disturbed. But he'd kind of relay the info and summarize. Well, we're spot on here. Oh, shit. Wherever that book is, though. If they want it this bad, we need to make sure we get it out. And I start looking around.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Guiado from that century?
Oh, shit.
Could be his handiwork. The brief said he got burned, right?
Do we have any actual descriptions of him?
Of Aigner?
Of
100 years before. So is this 100 years before Guiado, or 100 years, or is he before 100 years before the book?
No, the book is 100 years before Guiado.
Okay.
The book was in the 1600s. Guiado was in 1700s.
Okay, so no comment. Okay.
And do we have any description or like knowledge of like what all do we know about Guido again? Like in terms of like
He is the envoy. He was sent
Yeah.
from the Clockwork City. He actually introduced all of this to the Nazis.
Yeah.
Gave the violin directly to the musician and all that kind of stuff. Like he is sort of the spider at the center of making all this happen.
That's what I thought.
You'd consider him the Darth Vader, right? Like, so he's the big bad's right hand, I would assume. At least that's what it appears
So
to us.
that means this book could well be the Palpatine that made it. Oh, that's not good. So this book seems like really fucking bad news, basically. If it's like from
Important
book
enough
four
that they
even
kept
that.
it, but not important enough that they kept it well under wraps, because obviously
True.
it was stealable.
Yeah. Well, presumably
not
whoever had
cemented
it
in.
didn't really know the true value of it from the sound of it, yeah?
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's possible, right? They didn't know what they had? It's totally possible. That's
Yeah.
true. Because if it was really horrific, they might have just,
I
put
mean,
in
it
a
might have
safe
just
and
been
then
in a museum.
cemented
Even,
the safe.
I mean, if
underground.
it's that old, they might have just had it stashed away on display
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I suppose Irving starts looking for that book.
Oh, if it's here in this room?
Just in case, might as well check
Sure.
those drawers and everything.
We fleeced the room.
As you look about, the book is not present, but you do see another book, as well as a letter attached to it. But the book is something that you've come across before, Irving, and it has that slightly damp, leathery texture to it with gold filigree on it.
Ooh.
And shit, no one speaks French here, do they?
Mais non!
Don't think so.
Not in real life, damn it.
German, Polish, and sign language. I've got SIGINT. I don't know if I could try and decipher a little bit based on my general knowledge of language.
You do. The letter is written in German. The book is difficult to make out, but the title of it, anyways. And just a quick scan of it, it's still the same mathematical formulae that causes your eyes to just hurt.
It's a Kudor book.
Yep.
And the letter, in summary, basically details from Guido, and you can read that at the bottom, but it says, my dearest torchbearer, Your processes and techniques and studying of the way blood works has endlessly intrigued me, and your thirst for knowledge is admirable. I gift unto you the way to advance the Reich forward and make your soldiers truly unstoppable. But you will need the blood of the Vrugni.
Oh, is that a specific type of people? Vrugni? Well, that seems maybe Scandinavian,
Yeah, do we have
but I have no idea.
that ring any
And-
bells?
You can give me an unnatural roll.
Occult
very-
or
No, unnatural.
Yeah, it's a very low chance, but you might make it.
yeah. You never know. I
Mhm.
clicked it. Did it go?
I don't know, it didn't happen.
Do I just do a D100? Here, let me
Put a
just-
coin in.
Nope, you have not heard of this before.
Okay.
But the letter continues on that they're in the deepest, darkest places of my home country. Or is this creature which will give your soldiers the fortitude to survive? So
Aha!
And
So it
the
is about
book.
darkness.
the book is there. I finally found the damn title: Philosophical Transactions.
Huh.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, as a comment, Brick would say, might have been right about the dark and the light.
Mhm.
If they're using these Vrutnet things, and they live in the dark, then the light might be exactly what we need against them.
Yeah, sure. Alright then, well, shit. So, well, where to next? He kind of looks around. Is there anything else we've really left unchecked?
You just mute it. In that case, I'll take over. No, you
unmuted.
have found everything, and there sits Aigner in his chair sleeping.
Yep, he's right
Howard walks up to the back of the door and is gonna grab that pair of goggles and just kind of examine them.
Okay.
Pair of goggles?
They appear to be like snow goggles.
Okay.
So they are mostly all shaded or all completely black to see through, except for two small slits. So
Ah.
Probably when he is in that room and cranks the brightness to 500.
Yeah. I think Howard's gonna keep those goggles with him.
Yeah, and Irving's gonna
Sure.
keep
They'll
it.
give you +1 charisma.
Yep.
You look real cool.
The coolest.
Brick would motion to pack everything and would pack things unless Irvine is actively packing them.
kind of like
So-
that in the
Yeah,
Discord chat.
Irvin will help get stuff packed up.
That's right.
Make sure we got everything important, or
Does Irvine show any preference whether he carries the stuff or Big Guy carries the stuff?
nope. Go
in that
ahead.
case, Big Guy will in his coat pockets just stash it all away in his like inside of his shirt and stuff like that. Makes it all disappear. The letters, the book, all of that.
Nice. Yeah, I suppose we search on.
We can
Or,
open the shutters, or we can
Nope.
go down that other tunnel.
Yup.
Yeah, I feel like we check everywhere else first.
All right, let's do that then.
Okay, so you make your way back to this area here,
Mm-hmm.
and let's see.
I think at this point it's a pretty safe bet to have my rifle at the ready if we haven't already.
Yep.
This is the point where we step right out and there's like a whole group of tourists being let through. Oh my. Am I the only one who notices this?
You notice it first, but yeah, as you all come back out into the central area, Irving pauses and looks up, and as he does, the rest of you kind of squint and focus, and you hear screaming coming from above.
Irving has his rifle kind of pointed up, kind of looking towards the stairwell. Looks to the others. What do we do? Do we go this way or do we?
No, we press on. Any carnage that isn't caused by us, it's not a good carnage.
Damn it. Alright, let's just hope he's not up there.
Military doctrine. Gotta stay in control.
Everyone roll sand plays unless you are adapted to helplessness.
Dang it, I'm adapted
What
to violence.
are the odds that he's up there? Based on what we know, like he wouldn't typically be like in the action like that himself, would he?
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah, and that's probably what Brick also thinks. If they're causing some sort of commotion upstairs.
Probably not him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Unless
sing a
that's
song,
like-
Danish.
Oh my! Here we
I'm
go.
gonna sing a song to pass my
I mean,
sanity check.
it's one sand loss.
That could be the difference between life and death for me.
Okay,
Okay, that is almost 10% of my sanity.
This is
almost.
gonna be
You're
the
correct.
best song yet. I can't wait to hear it.
Song in the world.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. I
gotta
gotta get in
hype
the
it up.
zone. I gotta get in the zone.
This song is gonna be so good.
Sanity. Every now and then I get a little bit crazy because you left me. Sanity. I want you to come back so I don't go crazy. Sanity. I'm gonna stop there.
Amazing!
Okay, no, that was
It was so
perfect.
good.
Fantastic.
Done.
Amazing. Awesome.
So the rest of you bitches lose a sanity, but I don't.
And then in that tunnel, Brick looks over and goes, "Shut up, man."
No, I'm just
I
singing
know.
in my head.
I
I'm just singing in my head.
Did you see him
I
humming,
just
right?
love the idea of him sitting there like we're walking down this fucking tunnel. And he just starts fucking going, belting it. Oh. It's such a good image in my head.
So as you continue down the right tunnel there, the water begins to encroach further and further up your legs. You can feel it crest past your knees, get halfway up your thighs, get up to your waist. And it's weird as you walk down it. You're greeted with bouts of warmth as well as cool. But the deeper you go in, it's the more the water rises.
Well, maybe Brick would then ask, "What are the odds he's actually here?"
Yeah, does this seem like, is there anything along the side we'd be able to climb along, or is it just this?
So we're just walking
Sweet
straight
day.
to the well, right? Or not the well. What is it called? The spring? The well,
Yep.
wellspring. Currently,
That's
against the
that
current to the heat.
appears to be what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Question is if there's anything else. Was there any sidewalk, anything else here other than just the tunnel where the water comes from?
Yeah,
I
does
mean,
this
everyone
seem-
has alertness at 80 or above.
Yeah.
You
And a flashlight.
and a flashlight.
Yeah, does it
Um,
seem like anyone's passed recently?
Not in this area, no. The
Okay,
deeper
so
that
this is
you
a
go
dead
in
end.
here, the deeper the water becomes, and there's not really anything along the sides. It appears to be a natural tunnel that has been carved out
Yeah.
over time due to the water itself. But for the most part, yeah, it doesn't appear that there is any traversal of that area besides you.
If we were really daft players, we'd go like, Well, we walk all the way there, and then we swim down that pit. We swim against the current. We find where the water's coming from.
I mean,
I'm
go
sure
ahead.
he's hiding there. Yeah, no.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, no.
No, yeah, I think if it seems pretty clear, like it's gonna be a dead end or a lack of anything, I say we go back. It's
Yup.
Go back upstairs or go back to the shutter room?
well,
Aigner's not
always-
gonna be in behind the shutters. But if you want to check, go check. You got the goggles.
Yeah, good point.
Just make sure you keep close to the radio.
All right. Maybe it's best that you two stay close at least.
I'll be right
outside the
nearby.
room.
Sure.
Just make sure. I mean, I don't know if I'll be able to see once that light goes, so
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
keep my eyes away. Go from there.
yeah. Then they'll traverse back to the other room, and Howard's gonna flip the switch.
Whoa.
Irving will keep his eyes shielded from the doorway with his rifle at the ready.
Okay.
Brock just says, I think it's a bad idea, but we'll see.
Brick, are you shielding as well?
No, I'm outside.
Okay.
Like literally, if the door leading in is somewhere here, right? Here from this direction,
Yeah.
I'm outside that door.
Okay.
I don't want any of this.
Okay. So, what do you do first, Howard?
Howard's gonna walk in, and I think first he listens to the other side of the shuttle or the shutters to see if he
Okay.
can hear.
While you're doing that, it might be a good idea. I think Irving would kind of bring this up as well. If one of us is by the switches and one of us is by the radio, if we're doing this, just in case, because we don't know, we might need to have somebody by the thing to switch it off, whichever one it is, or control it, depending on what
Yep, I
happens.
mean you're not wrong. You might also have to crank it up first and then open the shutters, but you don't know.
Yeah, so I think that's what Irving will do. If you're gonna be on the switch, I'll be on shutter,
The
whichever.
radio?
Yeah.
Okay.
So whichever you want.
Sure. You can be on the radio, and Howard will get on the switch to open it.
It's probably a good idea. SIGINT and all.
Okay. So, who does what first then?
I guess Howard opens the thing. Also, he's wearing the goggles, and he's looking
Okay.
over there.
Yeah, I'm shielding with my scarf.
Okay. So, first order of operations is Howard is opening the shutter.
Yes.
Okay. Roll sand, please.
Both of us?
Are you looking? Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm by the radio, I'm definitely in there, so. Hey!
Is there a song I
Okay.
can sing that would give me 60%?
There is no song. I'm sorry, there is no song. Well, let's see. Okay, it's not that. There it is. Okay, so if you
Ooh, ooh,
failed, it's 7.
shite.
Jesus
I
Christ.
told you that
Wow.
was behind the
You
shutters.
succeed,
That
it's
was
1.
a lucky one. Oh
And-
my god.
Yeah.
Can I defer that to my bond with Paul?
Ooh, part of it.
You can, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Oh!
So remind me what I do for that.
So first roll a d4, and that is your willpower. So that's 4. So subtract 4 points from your willpower, and then subtract 4 points from your bond with Paul.
Okay, my
And
bond is
then-
now at 0 with Paul.
Okay. Fuck Paul, he's not there. But reduce your stand loss
Shit.
by 4 as well.
So I
Wow,
only
you got
lose
lucky.
3.
Well done.
Okay. Bye, Paul.
Let's see.
Are there even any breaking points left for Howard?
No, I think it's just once
Fine.
I hit 0.
Yikes.
Ouch.
Okay. Well, no, not that. This.
Oh my god, that was scary.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been down to 6.
Well, I think the vessel was even worse.
That is what you see: is faces moving in and out of the shadows.
That's
Oh, fuck.
terrifying.
Is there, like, behind the shutter, is there a window, or is this just
No,
open?
there is not. So,
What's that radial doing? How's that
well,
looking?
first and foremost, since that's open, let's see, outside. There it is.
Like, just the frowny face up there, top center.
Yeah, I see it.
Good.
With the 2 black markers and then the frowny. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Okay,
Oh.
so they have that. So, oh yeah, they just these talons reach out towards you, Howard.
Oh, shit.
These shadowy talons reach out towards you. It's they rolled a 13, which is a success. You can dodge if you wish.
I
You have
would
to get
love to
higher than
dodge.
13.
No. This was such a bad idea.
I mean, there's a reason Brick didn't go.
Curiosity.
He's not so
in this game.
insane as you both.
Okay.
I love it.
Oh, was I curious as a player? 100%.
All right.
All right. So, give me a D2 there, Howard. Which one do you want, high or low?
I want low.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll a d4, so 1 or 2 is what I
Okay.
want.
There's gonna be a 3 in it. Nope.
The 2.
Yeah.
Okay. It is that then. All right.
What?
Let's see. All right. So
He's like, it's not your large intestine, it's your small intestine that comes out.
that is 7 points of damage
Oh! Oh no.
as the shadows just reach out and slice into your leg.
Jesus.
Howard lets out a yelp of pain as there is just this sensation of hot and cold mixed together. The hot lancing pain cuts across your legs as the cold immediately seeps in. It is at this point, Irving, that dial's there. What do you want to do?
Yeah, so by the way, these things visually, like there's these faces and stuff, but you mentioned like what's the attack look like? Are these claws they have, or
So
Talons,
this
right? Like black
wall
talons?
of shadow just ripples and undulates as this hand almost reaches out towards Howard and just like a cat swipes across as these fine razor sharp claws slice into his leg.
oh fuck. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna I don't know what's happening, but like what Brick mentioned before, like just hoping that that's what this is, I just crank it to max.
Okay, make a Dex times 5 check, please.
Alrighty.
Howard, you can make a Dex times 5 check as well with the plus 20.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
Wow.
He
There
panics.
go your retinas.
He completely panics.
So for 2
Without
rounds,
thinking,
you're at
instead of
minus
shielding
20.
with one, he places both hands on and just yanks.
Yep.
So it is the luminosity with which just floods the room is overwhelming to you. You weren't ready for it to just become that bright that quickly. So it takes you aback. And it's just a culmination of these shadow creatures lunging out at Howard and the brightness just clicking on at the same time that just causes you to lose focus of everything around you. You are dazzled, which is a minus 20 penalty for 2 turns to all actions.
Alrighty, yeah. So Irving is, yeah, you see him kind of, I imagine. Well, I mean, yeah, how does it all look to Howard, actually?
So, Howard, since you have the goggles on, you see this brilliant flash of light, but you're able to maintain focus as the creatures in front of you just vanish. But you can still hear them.
Howard closes the shutter.
Well, you didn't see Aigner, did you?
Yeah, you see Irving is over there kind of rubbing his eyes, kind of taking a few steps back, swaying a bit.
Okay, yeah, you close the shutter. You hear the metallic clank as it seals shut.
Are they
Howard
going?
just kind of shouts, "Fuck!"
Are they going? Hey, she kind of shouts out, kind of rubbing his eyes, still unable to see and still completely fucked, basically.
Yeah, it's closed.
But they're in it, right? Yeah, I can't fucking see anything.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. Fuck my leg.
I imagine Breck hears all of this.
Yep.
And yeah, Irving kind of rubbing his eyes and only, squinting, not able to see super well, kind of starts trying to make his way over to help patch up Howard's leg.
Do you dial it back down?
Oh, yeah, shit, that's right. I just assumed it would have dropped, but yeah, he would have cranked it down before moving over to him.
Okay. Yeah, you begin to dial it down. Let's see.
He doesn't know whether it's in there or not.
Okay, so there's that. Yeah. So as you dial it down and turn around to walk away, there is this scraping slam that echoes off the wall right behind you. As you turn around, you can see the wall of faces is lunging out of the shadows on the base of the corner there.
Oh no, has it just ripped the fucking rotor off the wall? The thing?
No, it just hit the wall where you were standing and missed.
Oh, fuck, okay. Well, Irving's gonna try and lunge back to that thing and turn it back up to max again.
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check. Don't forget you were at a minus 20.
20, yeah, this is gonna be pretty brutal.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
No.
Okay, so...
Oh, he sees it and freaks. After seeing what it did to his leg, he's like, oh no, I've gotta...
Okay, so initiative time here.
So that thing is still loose. Oh,
It
buddy.
is out, yeah.
It is
Oh, fuck.
All right, so 16. Does anyone have 16?
16 what, sorry?
Dexterity?
Dexterity?
I think I have 15.
I have 15! Fuck!
Yeah, I
Okay.
have 15.
I'm at 10.
Okay, so... All right, so first is going to go after Howard. 31, okay. Howard, as you kind of look over at the shouting between Irving and the crash against the wall over here, you see the at least one of the faces pop out of the corner there where there is a deep shadow. It makes a lunge towards him, but Irving was away at that point. As you begin to look, you see that there is, off of this pillar right here, another face that is lunging towards you. You can dodge if you wish.
Can I see how it rolls first?
It rolled. It got a 31.
Oh, is that a hit?
That is a hit.
Then I'll dodge.
Okay.
Nope.
Ooh, okay. Roll me a d4, please.
Oh no.
I want high this time.
Okay.
I'm so good at this.
Okay. Then, once again, the talons reach out and take a swing at you. So, another 7.
Oh, I
Can you-
can't believe we let it out.
Can you stop?
We breached the fucking SCP
sorry.
containment. Fuck.
I am down to 2 health.
Okay.
No fucking way. Oh my
You
god.
are unconscious, if I remember correctly.
No fucking way.
Let's see.
Oh,
Shit.
Just kill me,
Two,
Doc.
you're unconscious.
fuck.
This next one is against Irving. 70, which is right on. So you can make a dodge check as the creature right against the base lunges towards you again.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna have to. Oh, these 91.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
these 90s all of a sudden. Fuck.
And roll me a d4, please.
D4. Alrighty. 4.
Okay. Actually, sorry. Roll it again. Tell me if you want high or low.
Low. Hey.
Okay. And you get the same treatment
Ouch.
as claws or these talons just reach out and rake down your leg, or sorry, your side. It bites and stings as you feel that heat and cold as just this lancet of pain just shreds your sides.
This is bad.
Brick, roll me sanity, please.
Holy shit.
Critical. Nice. You lose 1 sanity and unnatural as the shadowed faces reach around the corner and make a
He's outside the
swing
door,
at you.
isn't he?
Yep, he is.
Oh,
So how
they
does
missed.
that work?
they're going out of the room. Oh, this is bad.
Are you saying they came through the door or under the door jamb or?
Yes, I did, because these creatures move by shadow.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
And they missed, though.
We've done
Okay.
such a bad thing.
Well, yes, I point the flashlight at the door, right, with my garand in hand.
Okay, yep. So
Trying to do what I told them, which was you need to use the light.
Yeah, Irving's sitting there trying to get to that fucking.
yep, as you see this thing just kind of begin to lunge towards you, you kind of point your head down with the flashlight in your mouth, and it just fades away in front of you. You can still hear the voices, but we are on to 15s now for dexterity.
Well, I'm gonna try and turn it off. Well, up, I mean to say.
Okay, you are there now. It's just in the instance of you trying to get there before bad things happened.
Yeah,
But you're able to turn the lights on bright if that's what you wish.
definitely. Yeah, he's gonna grab that thing again, and this time, of course, he's got that scarf. He pulls up over his eyes and pushes down as he swings the thing back up to max.
Okay. And yeah, the lights once again turn on bright. You can vaguely hear the generator power up. Like the humming becomes more intense in the back there. But you can see, well, the room is bathed in light.
Yeah, he's got that scarf, and I imagine it's kind of knit enough that it kind of he can see through the little holes of it, but it's kind of helping a little bit. But it's probably quite weird.
You do
but
see
he starts
Howard is
looking
on the
around for
ground
Howard.
bleeding out over here.
Yeah, he drags him into like that main office basically, and starts trying to treat his wounds and stabilize him.
Okay. Go ahead and give a first aid check. There is medical equipment there, so you can get a plus 20
there
bonus.
wasn't there? Perfect. What kind of boost do I get from that?
Plus 20.
Sick. One of these 90s! Oh!
Those are some high rolls today. It's pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah.
The overwhelming amount of light on top of the recent trauma of seeing whatever the fuck you just saw attack Howard and you can hear scuffling coming from behind the door, so you're assuming Brick is getting attacked as well, is just too much. Your hands are shaking. You can't quite calm down at the moment.
Yeah,
Howard, you're not dead yet. You're just unconscious, thankfully.
Ooh, yeah, he's trying to staunch that bleeding, but he's just putting pressure on the wrong spots and everything, and it's just... Oh, it's not a good scene.
Brick, with your alertness high enough, you can see that there is a glow surrounding the frame of the door.
Okay.
But it is your action. What do you do?
Wow, that's a good question. The screaming from above the chaos is still occurring?
You are down a tunnel away, so it is hard to discern, especially with the more present screaming that took place behind the door.
I kick viciously in where I last saw the monster, but currently don't see it, to determine whether I can only not see it or it's actually gone.
Go ahead and give me an unarmed check, please.
Mm-hmm.
Good idea.
Are you serious?
What are these rolls?
What did you do to roll 20, Danish?
I didn't do anything. I'm rooting for you guys.
That's insane.
We got it. The moment we opened the SCP's
Insane.
fucking containment, we were fucked. That's basically what this is.
Wow.
We fucked ourselves so hard.
Wow. Well, I mean, it makes sense that he sort of like kicks nothing and nothing happens and he doesn't know.
Yeah, you reach your foot out trying to just do a big old heel stomp on whatever just attacked you, and
It's just nothing.
it passes right through.
Yeah. Well, maybe to my character, maybe that means it's obviously not there anymore, but you're saying I can still hear the voices, though.
Yes, you can.
Whispers and shit,
That's a problem. I don't open the door. I stay outside.
Okay. Back to the top. Give me an alertness check there, Brick.
Oh,
shit.
alertness. No. Is that in the 90s? No, it's not.
Oh,
Well,
fuck.
You could sing a song if you wanted that extra 10.
Oh.
You could sing a pretty song about
Yeah.
your role. What is this
I
game?
really wish I was with professionals who wouldn't open the SCP containment. But these two fools are super cray-cray, and that makes for great
We're just
entertainment.
Fantastic. You
Nice.
get your plus 10.
Nice.
You can see as the light is emanating from the door, you can kind of see out of the corner of your eye the face emerge from the shadowed part of the corridor and begin trying to lunge towards you.
So, back in that cave?
Yep.
Oh, I see. So in that case, the safest place is in the room then, I determine.
Yes.
Okay.
Seems
so
like
I'll-
they slipped out the door. Yeah.
I guess I'll start leaning forward towards that place.
Okay. Make
The
a
worrying
dodge
thing is,
check,
it seems
please.
like they can move while the light's there. You just can't. They just can't interact with us, which means we're fucked because they're out now.
There. Did that not go through? Oh, it did.
Did.
Wow, that's
Hey.
not a 90
There
plus.
you go.
And it's higher than what the thing rolled. So as you elbow check and burst open the door, you just hear this kind of just from the entity behind you as you stumble into this brilliant room.
I close my eyes. I'm not going to keep my eyes open for that shit.
No, it's fine, but
Yeah.
you can just feel your clothes just move barely,
Oh,
but
interesting.
no injury or
In which direction? As in, it's passing back in, or it's passing? Something's
So,
passing out.
So as you're making your way into the room,
Mhm.
your back is to the creature. The thing
Correct.
swiped at you, but you got a higher dodge.
Oh,
And
that's
it's
what you're
attack roll.
describing. So I barely got out of the way.
So as you open it up, the light shines out into the hallway, and the creature loses substance.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Very good.
Yes, as you come into the room itself, the voices are still present around you in this room, and you can hear Irving down a decent ways away, just kind of grunting in frustration.
Yeah. Remember how he gave me a piece of cloth to put around my mouth?
Yes,
I put that around my eyes.
there.
There you
It's multi-purpose.
All right, so
Oof.
back to 15s. Howard, you are unconscious. Irving, what are you doing?
He's gonna give it another go now that he's kind of taking a second, trying to calm himself down, and he's gonna take his time on this one and really try and make sure he's okay.
Okay.
So if I have to take a while, I will for the extra bonus.
Yeah, give me a sand check, please.
Alrighty,
First and foremost.
makes sense. Shit.
Okay. It is 1 in helplessness. You have, while you're taking your time doing this, you have let these creatures out into the hallway,
Oh yeah, it's very bad.
and there are people up above.
Yeah, and because as I said, it seems they can still like move and do stuff in the light. They just can't interact with us in the light. Which means once these are out, they're out. Like, which he's just trying his best as he works to kind of stabilize and make sure Howard's okay and get him up. To push that thought down further and further as he just focuses more and more on this. So, was it a +10 from focusing, or?
Yeah, you'll get a +10 and then a +20, so +30 all around.
Sweet. Oh my god!
Alas, the story can't be written any different, it seems.
Holy shit.
I died.
Yeah, sometimes. Oh,
Well, who
but I
would've
don't think
thought
you
that-
die, you're just unconscious.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
I just don't, like, get you up or help you, basically. Oh, fuck.
So is he in any risk then, Howard, still?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, so he's
Something attacks
stabilized.
him, then.
He's stable. He's just, I'm not really doing anything to help. Or even sitting there trying. You can see I don't know if you head over to him, but Irving's there and he's trying to like kind of wrap that leg and apply pressure to it where it slashed it. But he's just not quite doing it right, and it's clear that Howard's like unconscious. So. But Irving seems completely lost at the moment. He's like must be completely full of adrenaline or something, because his like hands are shaking and he's trying to do all this, but
Yeah,
can't
Brick's
seem to
navigating
keep
by
track.
sound. He yells out loudly enough in this room. Where you at? Oh, the shutter's closed.
Yeah, hey, they're close. Things are still out.
It's out in the hallway.
It's all over the place. I don't know where they are. Just stay in the light. At the office. Get to the office.
Sure, I know where the office is. Hands forward, I can just walk towards the office.
Yeah, and that's where he's kind of dragged him so that he's not in the brightest part there, kind of in the shadows of the office. Yeah, that door closed a bit.
I reckon with cloth inside my face, maybe there's a chance that I can still see? Because it's so bright?
Yes,
Sort of, it
you're
just
able
reduces
to. It's
the
difficult
luminosity?
to see, but yeah, you're able
Yeah.
to move over there.
Nice. Yeah, so see Irving kind of there. I imagine there's a desk, and he's kind of got him. He's kind of knocked everything off, and he's got Howard on it.
Okay.
Yo.
So
Look at Howard. Howard looks like he's actually sort of like a cut, maybe like by a knife or something, bayonets. Something that Brick can relate to.
yeah, there are some
Fashions.
yeah, exactly. It looked like Howard's been mauled by an animal.
Yeah.
Multiple lacerations on the leg.
Yep. But it's not deep enough even though there's a lot of blood, it's not deep enough to have done severe muscle damage.
Yeah. Irving, it seems clear Irving can't necessarily tell the depth of the damage or like the condition of Howard in this moment. He's just seems panicked and set on trying to staunch this bleeding, whether it's like super severe or not.
Yeah. I guess I'd help with like sutures or whatever, like stitches.
Okay.
The other thing that he would try just once is to wring out the water from the well onto the wounds. One, you need to clean them, and two, if they really have healing properties, maybe they have healing properties.
Ooh. This is very interesting. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so yeah. Then
my.
okay, one last first aid check. Then that will be a.
Shall I lead it again, or
Yeah, you should.
You're the only one. I don't think Brick has first aid.
No.
all right? What mod?
Brick has the
He does-
opposite of first
He
aid.
does the. Thank you. Exactly. He does the opposite of first aid to people.
You will get a plus 40.
All right.
Can you roll up above
This is
90?
it. This
I
is
swear to
it.
Christ, Aki.
Oh.
Hey!
There we go.
Fuck
Okay.
Shit. He did.
The amount of time that it's taken for you to get to this point has been a lot. So you're thinking probably about a half an hour, and due to that, you're just still unable to successfully close everything up. You're able to restore enough and suture off the worst parts of the bleeding, but Howard, you gain 1 back.
1 health back.
Yep. Normally you get 1d4, but after 3 checks, it's got to be something.
Yeah.
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 I give you a health potion.
Yeah. Rub some dirt in it.
Sorry, I'm out of mana. I can't cast.
Okay, Astus.
Okay.
Casterton.
Howard kind of slowly comes to. Fuck.
Oi, can you move?
Yeah, and Irving, seeing that, kind of falls back into the chair behind the desk. Finally, take a moment to, actually breathe.
Yeah, Howard will slowly get up. I mean, I hurt like hell, but I think I can still get around.
We still got the torchbearer to kill.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just glad you're on, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, we...
Ah,
Fuck.
shot us with there for a reason.
Apparently, yeah. I wasn't expecting that.
And Irving will pull out his flashlight as well. Alright, well, I suppose we keep these out at all times now.
Unless we're outside.
Unless there's light.
Have you seen more than one?
The whole fucking wall of them. Who knows how many there are? There could be hundreds. And he seems to be pretty panicked about the whole thing. Bringing it up is clearly getting him riled.
We might have to evac this place. Find Aigner a different time.
I don't know.
Well, let's get
just
outside.
Get the job done.
No, we gotta keep going.
Once we're topside, what's the plan?
Find him.
How?
Let's just see what's going on upstairs first. One step
Works
at
for
a
me.
time.
Yeah.
Did we have a
Howard will
description of
slowly
Aigner?
Get up.
Actually?
He would be a man in probably his late 30s, early 40s, and stocky
mask?
built. Yes, he has a mask.
Yeah. Stocky build. Okay.
Yes.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Brick would say, any chance he's hiding in one of them World War I goon suits?
I don't know, but I doubt that he could be though. Alright, just arms at the ready, I suppose. Judging from the sound of the screams, that's going to be bloody once we get up there.
You and I lead.
Of course.
Let's
And
go.
Irving will get up one side and you opposite. Rifles at the ready.
Okay, so as you slowly limp your way out and back to the central area, shining lights everywhere you can, the voices fade. You leave the lights on in the room before that you just left, Aigner's little personal study there. But as you come out to an area that has more natural light to it coming from above, the thing that takes you by surprise is that the natural light isn't there. It's dark.
Oh no.
And as you begin to make your way up the stairs.
What we got here pretty early, right?
Yeah, I would say by the time you started making your way down the stairs, it was close to noon.
And what was the weather projected like? Do we know?
Hey, it's sunny sky.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Irving proceeds with caution.
Okay, you make your way up to the top area. Let's see, where did that go?
I have a feeling this is the point where I get adapted to violence.
I mean, you could think that. That's fine. But as you get closer and closer to the top of the stairs, the thing that is surprising to you is that there is sobbing and wailing coming from up top. You make your way down the hallway. You can't see anyone immediately, but there is the end of the hallway where the nurse was originally standing at. She's not there.
Ooh. We hear the sobbing and stuff up ahead.
Yep.
I guess we check our corners and press down the hall. What about that changing room? Is that empty?
It is.
All right. You want to crack the door? Or do you want me to? Irving kind of looks to Brick.
That's the door to what? The main facility, or back into the main
That-
facility?
The big open room, yeah.
Yeah, I have a question to the GM first. The face that I had seen in the World War I guy, is that the same face that I had seen when I got attacked? Like, has
No.
he perhaps managed to contain them in those suits? Oh, okay. So that was more like a person.
Sorry, I misunderstood your question.
I'm trying
It
to
is a
theorize if he managed to,
similar
like,
type.
yeah. I was trying to figure out if he was able to sort of like snip off a piece of this being and put it into a suit. Sort of, I don't know. But I yeah. Can't put it together yet. Maybe you never will. But yes, absolutely, he has Irving open the door.
So, just to further clarify for Brick there, the thing that attacked you in the hallway had a similar appearance to what you saw inside the suit. The difference, though, is that the irises weren't red. In fact, they didn't have any irises.
Okay.
It was just kind of shadowed sockets.
Okay. So maybe his theory right now is that he fuses these Vrutne with the disabled soldiers somehow.
Mhm.
And that's why they have to stay inside that suit. So that the outside light doesn't disturb the symbiosis or the connection. Interesting.
Alrighty. Yeah.
So, you open the door.
Interesting, yeah.
Yep, we have to exit at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, Irving's got that rifle at the ready just in case. I mean, we have the excuse we heard screams. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay. As you open the door, everyone roll sanity, please.
yeah.
Darn.
Nah.
It'll be fine. Oh my god, it'll be totally fine.
I can roll high sometimes. All the time.
Okay, those of you that failed, I am sorry. Just lead with that.
Oh, I think
You
Irving
lose
knew what was
10
coming.
sanity.
Well, we'll see.
What?
We had to leave the room.
Four.
Four.
A
Yay!
Oh my
D20?
God. Oh my god!
For success, it is 2.
Fuck! Alright, well, that's a breaking point for me.
Okay, fight,
Does it
flight, or
drop you down
freeze
under
as you
56?
come out into an alien landscape with twin moons hanging above the sky. Everything is shrouded in blackness. As you look around, you are not on Earth anymore. You feel wrong and right all at the same time. Howard, this is home. The ticking and grinding of gears in your head has stopped, and your heartbeat's been replaced with that clockwork sound. And you know, deep over there, that's where your mask is.
I think Howard is terrified. Like, rationally. Although, like, emotionally, he's being drawn to this place. And he kind of, like, takes a step forward and then stops and it's looking around. We need to get out of here. Now. And he's, like, looking back behind him, trying to find a way out.
Like, the fuck is this?
Yeah, is there a way back down the stairs, or is this just...
As you turn around, the doorway is gone. You see vast pillars of a alien landscape behind you. It appears that in the darkness of whatever this area is, you hear the sounds of unnatural beings. This just breathing and writhing as it reaches out for you. You see and smell a forest, but it's wrong. It's like nothing you've ever smelled before. And in the distance, you see... Oh, not... You see yourselves? No. You see a man in a mask as he pulls out a key and stabs it into someone's face. There's a piercing shriek. A doorway opens and he disappears.
Yeah, Brick would say, "Run!" as we all sprint towards that portal.
And as the portal stays open for just a moment longer, it begins to crack and break as the world around you begins to crack and break. And you eventually just breathe as the mists of the Hungarian landscape surround you again.
Rifle up. Where is he? I'm scanning the... That's the first thing Irving does, is he's scanning the area around him for that guy.
As you look around, you are the most alert that you've ever been. Your heart is beating in your ears. This whoop, 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 whoop. You can feel the blood pressure pushing against the back of your eyes. But you don't see him. You see the gate just spiral in this ever fading pattern until it disappears.
Yeah, Irving, huffing and puffing with this rifle, keeps turning around and around and around as if he's going to see him again with each next turn, right? Until eventually he stops, still breathing very heavily, and kind of falls to his knees with his rifle and kind of almost cradling it seems like.
As you look about, there's the devastation of whatever just took place. Bodies are torn, blood, viscera everywhere. Most of you are adapted to violence, and those of you that aren't, given what you've just seen down below and what you just went through, that this is nothing. This doesn't even ping on your radar at the moment for something you need to be aware of. But you look about and there are some people that are still conscious, and there are some people that look gaunt and white. But at this point, you feel survival and preservation instincts kick in as you hightail it off of the bridge and back into town. You were given instructions on how to extricate yourselves, and you do. And over the next few weeks, you eventually slowly make your way back to home office, where you were all just kind of dismissed. You're given a debrief, and there is just one sentence and it says, "The end." And you're not sure exactly what that means, but as you were left to ponder that over the next few months, as 1945 comes around, you are all drawn back into the last mission. You hope is the last mission. There have been word that you've made progress enough into Germany itself, into Poland itself, to take on Guido, or to find him, locate him, and put an end to this chaos, this madness. But as you do, as you come in ready for the Pisces headquarters, or ready to embark on your mission, you hear gunshots echo out from the building. And as you run inside, it's just a charnel house. Bodies everywhere, and Gray standing there looking about at everyone as the smoke trail comes from the barrel of his pistol. And he just kind of has this grim rictus of a smile on his face. And he goes, "See that the mission is finished," and pulls the pistol up to his head and pulls the trigger. And that's where we end it.
Oh shit.
Jesus Christ.